ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another fully articulated action figure review on the Lone Coconut Plunderlings. Try to pick these up, you can order them at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And while you're down there, please show some love by hitting that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to Lone Coconut for sending out these samples to review for you guys. At this very moment in time, BBTS has sold out of these, but I believe they will get more in stock. Keep checking. Or you can go to the Plunderlings website, which will be in a link in the description below. So, big thanks again, Lone Coconut, for sending out Berzerker Spurt right here. And then I've opened up the other two already. I have Feral Cheddar, and this is what the box looks like, which I think is dope. It looks like a whole crate right over here. You can see the open mouth right there. You can see the feet of the Plunderlings, and then there's a product shot. And then there's this cool thing going on here that once you open this up, it comes with a set of ears so that you can plug it into the packaging. So you just want to move this out of the way, and then you just plug it in from the inside, take the little piece out, and then you can just weave through an ear and fold this over, and you can set up an ear like that. Right here, I will be talking about Nomad Coil in this review also, and you can see how I've already attached the ears to this one, and I think that's just a really nice touch to add. Adds to the fun factor, and there's a product shot right over there. And then there's a read-up over here on the Plunderlings, so if you want to read that, go ahead and pause it right now. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here are the Plunderlings out of the packaging. Not looking too bad. I will discuss the things that I like about these figures, and I will talk about the things that I don't like. But first, let's get a closer look at the accessories. So here are all the accessories that we get with each of these Plunderlings, without including the bonus accessories from the Kickstarter campaign, which I will show off. And first off, I need to explain that these ears do have adhesive strips attached to it and everything, so you just want to peel those off. You can see how that works. But anyway, each of these figures come with the same sets of 3 interchangeable head sculpts, and then we get the same 2 pairs of hands. The weapon holding hands do have a horizontal hinge to them, and then the regular flat hands right here hinge up and down. I will tell you that there is some paint chipping going on with these, so you will see that. I have a little bit on my review station right over there. This has a conch shell, which looks great. I really like how you have some nice little bolts right over here holding this handle together, so that is cool. Nice pink paint apps right over here. And then it also comes with a spear. I really like the wood grain that we're seeing in the sculpt, and you can see this nice wrap. Ooh, and then the end of it right here needs to be re-glued, but yeah, you can see that we do have some nice cast iron finish in that texturing right over there, so that's pretty dope. And then this figure does come with 3 separate clips, so you could port in to the figure, so you could just demonstrate, or I could just demonstrate. I don't know what I'm saying, you could just demonstrate, but I'm the one holding the figure, I'll demonstrate. But yeah, you can just squeeze that in there, and then you could port that on, and then you can go ahead and do that right over here and get the spear right there on the back of the Plunderling, like that. There's also a port right over here, and then another port right over there. Nomad Coil comes with this little froggy right over here, which is so cute. A little black froggy right there, not looking too bad. And then it does come with 2 swords, which look great. I really like how it has some dents in there, nice silver paint. I really like this copper color or bronze color that you're seeing right there. And then he does come with a little purple clip because he does have a hole on his back, so you can go ahead and port this on there. It's a little trickier to do than it was on the Berzerker Spurt, but it still works. Yeah, you just squeeze on right there, and yeah, it's a little trickier to get on there, but you know, if you're patient about it and you squeeze right in there, there you go. You can see that clip will go in right there, so that's pretty cool. And then you could go ahead and attach one of those swords as I was trying to demonstrate earlier, so there that goes. That's pretty cool. And then you get the Fury Cheddar right here, looking awesome with this great looking baseball bat. I really dig that a lot. That's very cool. And then he comes with the same 3 interchangeable head sculpts, which all of them look fantastic. I mean, I really like these a lot, man. So you got just the regular smiling one, and I love this subtle paint fading right here on the inside of the ears on all of these figures. That just really looks very clean. I really like that a lot. And that subtle sculpt right over there on the inside of the ears. So yeah, really happy with that. Then here's the smiling face with the open mouth. very cool. And they have these reflection lines right over there in the eyes. Again, nice fade and everything. And then you can see the teeth grinning. And then he comes with a mohawk, and all of these heads have magnet inside of them. So you just port that on, and then you could rock the hawk right over there, looking sweet. So I really dig it. This is the one I was looking forward to the most. And then here we have the Nomad Coil. This one looks really cool. You can see the different faces, and you get some nice subtle purple right there on the inside over the gray. It just looks really good. Really happy with that. And then this one comes with a hood, so it's just very easy to port on. You want to look for the magnet right here to go onto the top of it, and then you just squeeze in those ears in between those spaces right there, and don't let it catch on the mouth. And I do like that the hoods and other accessories don't really smear any paint or anything like that, so that looks really good. I like how that fits on there. And then Berzerker Spurt, same deal. You get a little bit of a purple fade right over there. The teeth look clean. All the paint apps on these look really clean, so really happy with that. And again, they all have the magnets on the top of the head. Then he comes with this hat right over here, and you can just port that right on the top over there, and that looks really cool. And then here's the bonus accessories for those that participated in the higher tiers or are super lucky like me to get all these extra bonus pieces. So these hatchling little figurines right here, these are mostly for storing the extra accessories, so you could put the heads on them and everything as you would with the regular figures. So if you don't want the hands and heads just sitting around, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. You can see how that ports on, and these have articulation where you can move the shoulders outward and they'll rotate forward and back, and then you can move the head around. It's on a ball joint right there. So we get the extra metal hat right over here, so it's the same as the one that came with the Berzerker Spurt. And then we get extra clips right over here, so if you need extra clips or anything, you can use those. We have 2 wooden beer mugs right here, which look awesome. I love these. I love that wood grain sculpt right there. That looks fantastic. Love that silver paint. Nice attention to detail right there with the black over the silver. And then you get these slingshot weapons right here, the slingshot gun. So I think that's very cool. I haven't seen this before, but looks great. Again, love the wood grain and the paint apps on these. And then you get these 2 smaller ones right over here. And then you get the same 2 swords that we'd seen with the Nomad Coil. And then you could see that we get this little Viking hat right over here. So you could just go ahead and attach that, and it just sits right on there very easily. So that's dope. And then you also get this added other pirate hat right here that you could just throw on there, and there that goes. So that's very cool. I like the wrinkles and everything. I love how you don't get like paint smearing or anything like that. Nice subtle detail. I didn't mention the dimples on these, by the way. They do have little dimples on their cheeks right here for the smiling ones. I don't know if you can see that little tiny dot, but yeah, I think that's great. And that little cute dimple. I love this wooden shield right over here. It's got a big old bite taken out of it, a little bit of orange paint over here on the center, and I love the detail right here with the silver bolts and everything. So that's great. Nice looking handle and everything. And then you get this huge sword right there, which I love. Nice copper colored paint. I love the little nicks in it and everything. Very bright silver paint right there. Then you get this other weird looking sword, looking very cool and weird, and I don't mind. You know what I mean? It's okay. A little bit paint chimping right there. And then you get these wrenches, looking pretty cool. I love how they have this kind of cast iron finish to them, and you can see the wraps on them, so that's dope. And then lastly, you get this other pirate hat right over here, and you can just throw this on your Plunderling, or does it go that way? I always forget, but yeah, there you go. That's how it's supposed to go. So yeah, that is very cool. A ton of extra bonus stuff for the people that participated in the Kickstarter. And just so you could see how one of the little hatchlings looks next to one of the Plunderlings right over here, how small these little guys are. But anyway, they mostly have the same parts going on, but you can see subtle differences. For instance, like the crotches are all different on all 3 of these. However, the legs are mostly the same except for the feral Cheddar. You can see he has these added cuffs right over there, and I think these paint apps are very solid. I do love that silver paint right there. Nice looking belt. That doesn't move around. That's just one piece. And then looking at the Nomad Coil, you could see some nice little fading or little bits of purple paint right there. I love that little shadowing effect. I love how these things are all a little bit buffed, you know what I mean? Very strong Plunderlings right over here. I love this soft cape, by the way. That's very cool. You're just looking at the back. And then the butts do trip me out a little bit. I will say that's a gripe of mine because they really flare out in a really weird way. It's like a very triangular shaped butt, you know, and you know, I like to pay attention to those kinds of things. So yeah, the butt is a little bit bit weird, but it does help with articulation. I could see why they went with that direction, but I really like how you get these tattered shorts right over here while pointing. Anyway, on the front of it, you can see the tattered shorts, and then you can see this whole rope right over here tied in the very front. And then looking at the Berzerker Spurt, you can see that he's totally nude right over here, but still has some nice paint detail on those knees. And I like those muscular calves and everything. Big old Popeye forearms on all these guys. So that's very cool. Again, you know, kind of the butt does make me laugh a little bit still. But yeah, these do look dope though, man. And you can see some of that nice purple paint detail around the elbows right over here. Really dig that a lot. And then the paint on all the fingernails and everything are really well done. I really dig that. Then he does have, or they all have peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and you can see the toenails are all painted very nicely over there. So one of my favorite things about these figures is the articulation, and I'm going to go ahead and show it off right here with the Nomad Coil because he has the most amount of stuff around the head, and I just want to demonstrate how much you can actually still move this around even with the cape and that hood on the figure right there. So you can see that with all that stuff on there, he'll look up that far. Comparing it to the feral Cheddar, you can see that his head will look up maybe just a little bit farther. I guess his torso is looking back, but you know, that they will look up quite a bit. We'll move down and look forward all the way. It does shift forward and back like a pile driver. You get head swivel right here and great head pivoting. Shoulders move outward very far, so you can move above the 90-degree mark, and then they move in all the way. Full 360 rotation up there, and then you get a single jointed elbow that does bend in just a little bit in more than 90 degrees, and then you get rotation at the elbow, and then of course the flat hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. The weapon holding hands have a horizontal hinge and swivel. You get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. You get some good diaphragm pivoting. It'll crunch forward that much, back that much. Hips move outward very far. And then you get these great hip joints where you can get them kicking all the way up and above, kind of like Spider-Man. So that's very, very cool. And they'll move back a little bit, upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees, no heel to butt, but you get ankles that do move down. They do shift up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. And then to measure out these Plunderlings, you can see that they're all standing at around the 4-inch mark, maybe a little bit taller, depending on the height of the mohawk or the hat. It's kind of tricky for me to think of some figures to compare to these Plunderlings, but you can see right over here one of the 4 Horsemen Timekeepers. And then for another size comparison, we have one of the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Yoda figures. And then here's the Plunderlings next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Oh, look at you cute little guys. Oh, you're all so adorable. Why don't you give Big Time Badass a big hug, huh? Why don't you come here? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to all these people over here showing extra love via the Tron and YouTube membership. If you didn't hear me talk about it, I have YouTube membership now. You pretty much get the same perks that you get on the Tron. If you're interested, click that join button down below. These Plunderlings are plunderful. I really like them a lot, man. They are a lot of fun. I fell into the action figure abyss with these things. I just had a great time taking a lot of photos of them. I love that you could swap the parts around, you know, swapping the mohawk onto the different figures and everything was just a lot of fun for me. And they're really fun little guys, man. I just really had a great time with these figures. So I like the bonus Kickstarter accessories, but the accessories that they come with on their own are really awesome as well. So there's just a lot of playability going on with these things. I really like them a lot. Now I have my gripes. The paint chipping is kind of annoying. And then I did have that spear tip come off on me, so there is some stuff there that I wish was just a little bit different, but for the most part, I think these are just great. They're just a lot of fun. That's like the very important thing. The articulation and everything and the durability along with it is just fantastic. And at the price point of $40, you're getting fully articulated figure with all these accessories and everything, or the ones that, you know, come with the packs and stuff. I'm going to give these a Sud rating of
I love it.
I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And yeah, I'm pointing with my pinky, all right? And if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me over on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what my people say. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Can't have one, I gotta get them all. Time to make a trip to the local mall. Oh yeah!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,